what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's number one urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live, and sometimes Chris Walker coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live, and it is my favorite day of the week. It's Women Rock Wednesday in the building. How you doing, ladies? Where you at? Where you at? I'm gonna give you a second, ladies, because I ain't seen too many of y'all on this feed yet. Let me see where the girls at. Let me look. All right, let me look. I go. Jessica Brooks is in the building. These are starting five. We got Dale Griggs in the building. Then we got a lot of dudes. Where my girls at? I'll wait. Y'all know I ain't gonna do nothing till them girls get in here. I'll wait. I know I signed on so fast. People sending me in text right now who should be watching the show, but they sending me text about some rumors and all of that crap. That stuff that I have to read every day anyway, and he know who he is. But what's up, everybody? Yesterday, man, I had my partner called me last night. Said, "Boy, you something else." And you know what? In all fairness, I'll do my Dak Prescott thing today. And what happened yesterday? I'm gonna just show you how things can, when you're doing a show, how things can. I got to get better. I got to get better. But I was talking about the dynamic of the press, the media, and how they talk about our black coaches and compared to our white coaches. You know, when it's a white coach is going good, he's a genius. When it's a black coach is doing good, he's a motivator. He's a player coach. You follow me? So you know, I got time, and I just don't. I can't. Hey D Holcomb, I just can't stand that from the media. It's just that's my personal. I just don't like that from the media, and I mentioned that, and I said I'm a little more harder on the media than I am on the owners. Not harder. I understand the dynamic of the owners. After 30 years of dealing with them, I understand the dynamic. They, just like it's Chris Charles, Corey Henderson. If we go to if I go over to Corey Henderson's basketball program and come in there and tell him what to do, he gonna run my behind out of there. What's up, Derrick Johnson? He gonna run. And what I was trying to explain to one of our viewers, because he gonna ask me a question talking about the owner, why you more harder on the writers than the owners? Well, I tried to explain to him. I said, well, the owners, they own the team. You can't tell them what to do. The writers, they're employees. Yes, they can be told what to do, but you can't tell one of the richest men in the world what to do. If you dealt with him for 30 years like I do, you got to put him in a position where he can feel what you feel, which a lot of them don't. But he gonna tell me that ain't no explanation. So yes, I just, yeah. I had to explain to him how, well, I don't have to give him no explanation. You know what I'm saying? I just had to explain that. Y'all got to understand, Walter Yates, when you're in a position like I am, I just got to, listen, you don't have, I just want, let me tell you something. I am very understanding and I just want to be understood. That's all. But it's all good. It's all good. We got a new day. It's Women Rock Wednesday. I haven't seen another woman yet, but guess what? I can't wait on them today, y'all. Amen. Hey, I can't wait on them today. I got a couple of things I want to share with y'all. And men, while y'all here today, this just happened to me. Somebody sent me this right before the show. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Rod Wells, come on, you know I got that already, Rod Wells. You know I got that, but I'm waiting on the women. Where the women at? Maybe they doing something today. But guys, since you were here, guys, since you here, let me share something with you. I got this, just got this morning. It happened, I think, on Monday, but I just got it this morning. They said Cleveland Browns player Malik McDowell was arrested on Monday. He allegedly walked into a children's learning center naked and then proceeded to attack the deputy. That's all I got. Hey, Anson. Okay, I need one more. Now, one more lady. Hey, Anson. And I don't, y'all, they got me with that one. I mean, it's not too much. They didn't write too much about it. They just, guys, Rod Wells, Ed Russell, a man of the cloth. Ed Russell, what would make you walk into a children's learning center buck naked and proceed to attack the deputy? Y'all, Anson, y'all help me with this one now. Where my girls? Let me see all my girls here. Okay, we got Anson, we got who we got? I saw the other ones. Hold on, we got Dale Griggs in the bill. We got Jessica Brooks in the bill. Jessica, y'all got to say something. Y'all too quiet. Curtis said drugs. Trey Spiller, bro, he was bucket naked. He must have been on some good stuff. Drugs. Okay, Thaddeus Moody said drugs. Mental illness. Dale Griggs, yes. Dale. A scrambling mind. Boy, a scrambled mind. Boy, I love that Ed Russ. I love that Ed. Jessica, what you think? Sound like drugs. Mind-altering drugs. Mind-altering drugs. That water. What is water? Y'all help me. Rick Brown, I don't know what water is, man. What's water? Y'all help me. Marcus Carroll, man. Hey, y'all. Hey, this is gonna be a great show today. I don't know what y'all doing. We got some. I think Jimmy coming back today, but I got some stuff I want to share with y'all. But I'm waiting on more women, man. I'm not going. I'm waiting. Y'all got to call. I don't see Mindy. It might be, and her son is in surgery. Do me a favor. Prayers up to Cameron Collins. He's going into surgery on his knee. And maybe it's the day this morning, and I don't know because I saw Mindy had posted it this morning. So prayers up for Cameron. He plays at St. Thomas University. He had a knee injury, so shout out Trina. Oh my God, no, y'all, stop the presses. My girl is in the building today. I miss her so much. Trina, I just been wanting to see your picture up on the screen because I've been feeling your spirit for a while. I love your mama. I celebrated her life. She's gone, I know, to be with the Lord, but great woman who embraced me like I was hers. When I'll never forget the time I came over your house, Trina. I'm talking to Trina Williams Mouton. When I tell you her mama felt me. Hey, her mama helped all the people who watching the Chop Shop now. Her mama was one of the ones that put some more fuel in my tank when I was tired. Her mama. Oh, y'all got the man. Y'all, I don't think it'll never be another one like her. He broke the mold on this one. She made me feel so welcome. I mean, it's just, I can't explain it. It's one of the most phenomenal feelings that I have ever felt in my life when you meet somebody. She said, yes, I saw you on your show. I love your show. I mean, I talked about it. She said, I can't believe. I mean, she was like, I mean, it was, let me tell you something. That lady there, anytime I get down, I think about her. That's why I don't let nobody get down. That's why, can y'all understand? Don't y'all know some days that I come on this show? The queen, that's who she is. The queen. I come on this show, and y'all think I feel like it every day. But I have to put on this. I got to forget about everything in the outside world to come and deal with the Chop Shop from Monday through Thursday, every day. Dude, it don't. I know, look, I come on here and I be awesome. Do you think everything happy and smiling in my life? I got too many stuff. I got Houston, New York, LA. I got people everywhere. I got stuff going on everywhere. And let me tell you something. Every day things don't go my way. I'm just telling y'all. But there go Karen. There go my girls. So my girls are in the building. So now I can talk. Women Rock Wednesday stuff. I can't wait. I can't wait. There they go. Happy Women Rock Wednesday. Chad, that lady on there, Trina Mouton, man, if everybody was like her mama, oh my God. Oh my God. Unbelievable woman. Yeah, I can't keep you. I can't. I'm gonna talk about her. Trina, I'm sorry. I know you might be crying on the other end, but that was my girl. But hoops legend, y'all. You be ready. yeah, Ed Russell. I'll be ready for game day. Hoops legend Louisa Harris, y'all. From my down to Mississippi area. She passed away on Tuesday, unexpected. She was the first woman ever to be officially drafted into the NBA by the New Orleans Jazz. New Orleans Jazz. And the first woman of color to ever be inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1992. I celebrate her life as a trailblazer. Look her up, Louisa Harris. She won 3 national championships at Delta State and scored the first points in Olympic women's history in 1970. Passed away Tuesday at the ripe age of 66. Her family announced, I wish I had known her while she was alive. And but her death has provided an opportunity for me and you to become aware of her story. Check her story out. We've talked about her on Women Rock Wednesday. If I was to go and put in my notes, that's why I love to have notes on my phone. If I was to go put her name in my notes right now, and I'm going to do it during the show. So y'all, if I pop back up and talk about her, I'm going to tell you the date that we actually talk about her. Only woman to have to get drafted in the NBA. Hall of Famer. Ann Myers came a year later, but she was a free agent. Unbelievable, man. Every time I think about, because we just talked about her not too long ago on a Women Rock Wednesday, and yeah, about a month ago. See, that is Moody. That's why I love that man. It's unbelievable. But I want to shout out to another woman that I've been knowing of, but I don't know. I wish I had known her a lot better. But she played pregnant with her son during her rookie WNBA season. This young man grew up around a Notre Dame basketball program, and her son around, people like Skylar Diggs, but not, I think it's Niall Ivy. She coached for Notre Dame University. She was the former assistant coach for the Memphis Grizzlies. She got a son, y'all. Jaden Ivey. That's going to be one of the top picks in the NBA. He's one of the best players in the country. I'm trying to find. I had a thing for him. I thought I downloaded. Evidently I did. Gosh, Lee. But I wanted to shout out to her, Niall Ivy. She rocks with me today, and I'm gonna put it up. I got to get that video because I had it. But I want to share something with you about Dawn Staley. How you doing, Trey Phillips? I want to share with you this the short thing from Dawn Staley too. Hold on one second.
Everybody's good on the good days. It is who you can talk to and communicate with on your worst day. Seriously, like I tell the people that I recruit all the time, like, we're going to make you feel good during the recruiting process. You're going to come here, we're going to roll out the red carpet, we're going to give you our best. Everybody's going to do that. I want you to think about, like, if it's 2 or 3 years down the line, when you in a slump, or when you lost a parent, or you broke up with a boyfriend, or whatever, who's going to get you back on course to be your talented self? Like, I try to create the worst case scenario. Like, I do. Like, the worst. What if you don't play? What if you don't start? But some coaches do the reverse. They're like, you're gonna start for us. You're gonna play 30 minutes. You can't tell a kid that and still control your locker room. Like, you're gonna tell a freshman she's gonna play 30, she's gonna start. What about your seniors and your juniors and the people who have been here? It ruins your locker room. I can't do it. I've never told a player she's gonna start. Everybody's good on the good days. It is who you can talk to and communicate with on your worst day. Seriously, like I tell the people that I recruit all the time, like, we're going to make you feel good during the recruiting process. You're going to come here, we're going to roll out the red carpet, we're going to give you our best. Everybody's going to do that. I want you to think about, like, if it's 2 or 3 years down the line, when you in a slump, or when you lost a parent, or you broke up with a boyfriend, or whatever, who's going to get you back on course to be your talented self? Like, I try to create the worst case scenario. Like, I do. Like, the worst. What if you don't play? What if you don't start? But some coaches do the reverse. They're like, you're going to start for us. You're going to play 30 minutes. You can't tell a kid that and still control your locker room. Like, you're going to tell a freshman she's going to play 30, she's going to start. What about your seniors and your juniors and the people who have been here? It ruins your...
I had to play that twice because I wanted parents to hear that. I wanted people to hear that. And parents on these recruiting trips and on these people, recruiting is different than coaching. I'm going to repeat that. Nashara, how you doing? Happy Women Rock Wednesday. Recruiting is different from coaching. She said, I'm not going to tell nobody they're going to start. Let me tell you something. It's some coaches in this league are telling people that. And these parents are getting mad at these people. I'm talking about, I can't even, let me tell y'all something. It's happening. And thank you, Don. But I wanted to share y'all with this, man. It's Women Rock Wednesday. Share the show. What are y'all doing? Share the show. Let's do this. It's Women Rock Wednesday. This stuff here, man, I saw this and I had to share it with y'all. I don't know why I didn't download this stuff, but here it is. I want to share this with you.
At a young age, I was able to, be around greatness.
Jaden has a lot of confidence, which I love because he works and he prepares himself. So if you're prepared, confidence goes along with that.
Look at Ivy, oh my!
I think his confidence is a little bit more than I had. And then I wish I had his athleticism as a player.
15-footer is good for Niele Ivy.
But I think his passion is like me. I didn't like to disappoint. I was always trying to do things the right way for my coaches. I wanted to make them proud, and I feel like Jaden's the same way.
It's easy recruiting somebody that one of their parents is a coach because they're in your position a lot. And so, like,
and I just thought about something, y'all. Men, I know I said something, and I know it went all over your damn head. The woman, Niele Ivy, was pregnant with her son in her first rookie year in the WNBA. I don't care what you done, man. You ain't done that. That's why y'all Women Rock Wednesday is so important to me. I can't imagine. Trey Phillips, all my women, Trina. I need Chuck McGowan on here too. Cause if something happened, I'm gonna play some more Niele Ivy a little later. But I saw something, y'all. Hold up, y'all. I got it. Oh my goodness, yes. Hold up, man. WNBA. Hold on. Y'all explain this to me. Explain this to me. The Indiana Fever. Trey, I'm talking to you. Trina, I'm talking to you. Walter Yates, I might be talking to you. Kenneth Lawson, I'm talking to you. Trina was pregnant with her son when she came to trial for the Comets. Me and y'all talk all that stuff. Ain't nowhere in the world. I know you're saying, well, if God had to put it on me. Pregnant? Your body takes on a... Now, y'all, I hope y'all understand why I love and respect women so much. Yes, Swoops played pregnant. It's just unbelievable. Man, give me a man to tell me that you got some comparable to that. I can't wait to hear these chauvinistic things. But, yo, Trey Phillips, the Indiana Fever waived Kaiser Gondrzak. Okay? So the Indiana Fever, they drafted and cut their number 3 pick the year before and the number 4 pick this year. What the hell is happening in the WNBA? Wait a minute, man. Y'all got to help me. Your number 3rd pick, Trina. Trey. Hey, man. Listen. You're not hearing me, Trey Phillips. The number 3 pick, I ain't just talking about Kaiser. What's the girl name? I had that stuff. I put it, hold on, I got it somewhere. Don't you think I ain't got it? Y'all got to help me with some of this stuff, man. I just don't understand it. Sonya Billingsley. You got a staff. You got a coaching staff. You got a scouting staff. You picked the number 3 pick in one draft. Cut her. The number 4 pick in the following draft and cut her. And this young lady had some emotional and mental illness problems. Okay. So a lot of top picks in the WNBA just don't pan out. Y'all help me. Trey. Trey, you deal with women's basketball. How in the hell these girls are not panning out? These girls was all Americans. Trey, these girls weren't fly by night. You talking about she played coming out of West Virginia, it was a reach. West Virginia's in the Big 12. And Russell said the NBA too. Y'all, I'm telling y'all got, hey, listen to me, y'all. See, y'all ain't helping me. Y'all, you see, you know what? I guess I got to do a deep dive into it. But I want to share some with y'all today, especially my women. Oh, yeah, the women too, men too. When the Fever need to draft to complement their bid. Thank you, Jerry Jones. I don't know what the hell that means, but Jerry Jones, why you cut the number 3 and the number 4 pick? Hold up, Jerry Jones, in 1 year? Okay, it's not that many spots. Matter of fact, it ain't but 144 spots. So you just get off your number 1. First year players, you don't give them a chance to come back? Trey, so you saying you shouldn't give them a chance to come back and see what happens in the next year? We're talking about the WNBA right now. It's Women Rock Wednesday. The talent level is different today. I ain't thinking about no damn talent level. I don't want to hear that. I'm talking about so you give up on them after 1 year, Ken Lofton? Microwave Society. Share the show, everybody, before you come in the door. Got something for y'all. And I said, especially since she said mental. I understand, Trey, but I'm just trying to. He talking about that's why they're getting cut. 1 year, Walter Yates. She lost her father, Grant Gondrzak. Y'all got to understand, that young girl grew up here in Houston, Texas. I'm just not talking about no. That young girl used to work out with my son. Just to show you I'm not just. Her and her sister, it's Kaiser and Calabria. Grant, Lisa Gondrzak. Grant used to work out my son with these little girls. Tiffany Davis, Emmanuel Davis, all of us was in the gym at the same time. These little girls that I saw as babies, they just can't beat out. Okay, they just can't beat out the veterans. Okay. After 1 year. And you draft them, Jerry, and you draft them number 4 and number 5. That giving up is more so about fit than it is about talent. Okay. It's about chemistry. It's about attitude. Okay. All right. Thank you, Trina. Trina, don't you never take no sabbatical off this show this long no more. No, you got that is, listen, let me put this on the screen, y'all. Listen to it. This make more sense than anybody else. But I'm talking about the same, or at least that's the way the fever feel. Okay. Look what Trina said. That giving up is more so about fit than it is about talent. It's about the team chemistry. It's about attitude. About purpose. Hold up, Trina, put that back up there. Put that back up there. Lot. Okay. For your information, Pam Crawford, girls basketball coach at Clear Springs, is retiring this year. She coached my daughter at Clearbrook. She coached some famous Houston girls talent. We are celebrating her Saturday. Shout out to Miss Pam Crawford. Pam Crawford, you rock the day. I don't know you, but my man Ed Russell know you. So guess what? You're part of the Chop Shop. Ed, make sure she know, hey, Pam, shout out to y'all. Let's celebrate her on Saturday. And make sure, Ed, y'all wear your mask on Saturday, man. Because y'all done got too damn comfortable. I went to a high school game last night. Me and 3 more parents was in there with a mask on. Come on, y'all. Just because people ain't telling y'all to put on the mask don't mean to not put on the damn mask. Everybody needs somebody to tell them to do something. Can't you just do something just to be doing it? Damn. Pam. See, I don't know Pam. Shout out to Pam. Oh, let me see where. But this is my message for today. I got to give you something before Jimmy and them come on. I was thinking about this. Ed, I was thinking about you. I was thinking about Dr. Newsom when this came on. Franklin Paul said most of the time coaches don't put them in the right position to be successful. Uh-oh. Franklin Paul, I'm going to put that on the screen. I'm going to let him talk to you. But everybody, y'all, today is the day. I've been thinking about some stuff. Y'all know it's 2022. I told y'all we're going to do stuff a little bit different. But today is the day. You have to choose what's best for you, Trina Alfio. It's better to walk away if it's going to kill you to stay. Today, you have the right to walk away. Walk away from any relationship that's unhealthy. And if it's not mutually beneficial, you got my permission to walk away. Walk away from every job that does not value your expertise and your skill set. Walk away from any circle. You know, your group circle. Who you are the only one in the circle that's dependable. And everybody has to co-sign on your labor and your success. Today, give yourself, Anson Fowler, permission that I am not going to feel bad and you not going to make me feel guilty. Yo, everything, listen to me. Everything when I talk to y'all about it, I done been through it. That's why I'm talking to y'all about I've walked with you through this whole pandemic, but on this day, I can walk away. I can walk away. Got another. I had to give y'all this one. But y'all remember my girl, Nicole Hannah-Jones? Y'all remember her? The lady who authored the 1619 Project? If you haven't, I done talked about her on this show so many times on Women Rock Wednesday. You know what I'm going to start doing? I'm going to start talking about these women on other days, because on Women Rock Wednesday, just don't seem to be enough of y'all on here to know about this. So that's why I say share the show. But this woman did something, y'all. Y'all got to hear me on this one. This a player move right here. Ed Russell, you stay there. Mate, you stay there. Trina, if you don't know who she is, Nicole Hannah-Jones. Google her right now. She'll sometimes wear. That's the woman who at North Carolina wouldn't give her the 10-year. And she said, okay. All the people who, she went to Howard. She went over to Howard because North Carolina, the people down there, them Trumpers down there was talking crazy to her, talking about you ain't gonna get it. You in the 1619. But she had sponsors behind her, about 20-some million worth. She took them 20-some million sponsors and donors and took them to Howard. You got that Nicole Hannah-Jones. Phenomenal woman. This is what she did this week. She was invited to speak, y'all, at the MLK, on MLK Day. You know, MLK is a busy day for speakers, you know, all over, speech givers all over the country. You start getting requests to give speeches all the way through Black History Month. This is you know, if you're on the speaking train of your Black intellectual, boy, it's your gravy train time of year right now, okay? Then if you are a woman, let me tell you, if you are a woman or you have experts in women issues, that goes the same during March, because that's what? Women's History Month. You can go on the trail and talk about women issues all over, you know, hey, it's big money. Let me tell y'all something. Nicole Hannah-Jones, she talks about the fact that she was invited to give this speech, y'all. Okay. Unfortunately, there were a few members of the groups that were hosting her. There are a few members who were very upset about her giving the speech. You probably know who those members were. Okay. They said it would dishonor the king's legacy for someone like Nicole Hannah-Jones to give a speech on MLK Day, because they call her, quote, a discredited activist. But they still paid her to come. Who is unworthy of such association with the great Martin Luther the King. A Nobel Peace Prize. Listen to me. This woman is one of the most decorated authors on the planet. But these Karens said, who is unworthy of the association, such association with the great Dr. Martin Luther the King. That's how they said Martin Luther the King. So Nicole Hannah-Jones, y'all, did what I think so many of us should do. Okay? She decided that she's not going to do her original speech. Check this out, Ed Russell. The first part of her speech, she decided that she's going to completely get rid of the first part of the speech she already had. Just going to get rid of that. So she decided to read excerpts from a bunch of the speeches Dr. King gave. But she didn't tell the audience what she was doing. The audience was listening to her speech, thinking that the words she was saying were her words, not Martin King's words. I'm going to read y'all a couple examples of what she gave in a speech. Where Martin Luther King, where Martin Luther King would have said Negro, which is a word they used back then, in case you didn't know, to describe us. She used the word black. Okay? She put black in there because he used to say Negro. So that the people would not be keyed into the fact that she was actually using his words. Check this out, Mate. So she begins the speech by saying, oh, listen to me. I wish I could have been in this room. Ed, me, you, Mate, the boom boom room. I wish we could have been in this room. This is how she started it off. She said, it was in a year of 1619 that the first black slaves were brought onto the shores of this nation. They were brought here from the shores of Africa, unlike the Pilgrim Fathers who landed here in Plymouth Rock a year later. They were brought here against their will. White Americans must recognize that the justice for black people cannot be achieved without radical changes in the structures of our society. The evils of capitalism are as real as the evils of militarism and racism. These King's words. The problems of racial injustice and economic justice cannot be solved without a radical redistribution of political and economic power. That a nation continues year after year to spend more money on military defense than the programs of social uplift is approaching spiritual death. Imagine now, y'all, what this audience is thinking. Trina, what are these white women out here, these people out here thinking right now? They don't know hold on. They thinking Nicole Hannah Jones, I'm going to tell you, this black radical who is out here stirring up things with her 1619 Project revisionist history. That's what they think. Imagine what they're thinking as she said these words. She continues. The crowning achievement in hypocrisy must go to these staunch Republicans and Democrats of the Midwest and the West who were given land by our government when they came here as immigrants from Europe. They were given education at land-grant colleges. In that video I told you yesterday, they are the same people that now say that black people whose ancestors were brought to this country and changed, who were emancipated in 1863 without being given land to cultivate or bread to eat, that they must pull themselves up by their bootstraps. Nicole Hannah Jones continued quoting Martin Luther King. But no one knew that these were Martin Luther King's words. They didn't know because they ain't never studied his word. All they think about is that damn Dream of Gene. Because all the people know about Martin, most of them people, is I have a dream. They didn't know he said all this. She said that hold up, y'all, I got to share this with y'all. This Women Rock Wednesday. This is a black woman saying this, right? She said that they truly advocate. She said what they truly advocate is socialism for the rich and capitalism for the poor. We know full well that racism is still that hound of hell which dogs the tracks of our civilization. You know them King's words right there. She continues, ever since the birth of our nation, white America has had a schizophrenic personality on the question of race. She has been torn between selves. This America, a self in which she proudly professed the great principles of democracy, and a self which she madly practices the antithesis of democracy. The white backlash of the day is rooted in the same problems as characterized America ever since the black man landed in chains on the shores of this nation. Then he said, whites, it must be frankly said, are not putting in a similar mass effort to re-educate themselves out of their radical ignorance. With each modest advance, the white population promptly raises the argument that black people have come far enough. And she goes on, and she goes on. She talks about the fact that if America does not respond creatively to the challenge to banish racism, some future historians will have to say that a great civilization died because it lacked the soul and commitment to make justice a reality for all men. She was going on and on. She never told the audience that these was not her words. She just gives the speech as if it was something that she had written. Remember, there are people in that audience that are mad that she had been asked to give the speech in honor of Martin Luther King, because according to them, she was not worthy to uphold his legacy because she's a radical black woman. So she gives this entire speech. The first half, which was MLK, she said, it was an uncomfortable silence as she read King's words at a commemoration for his life. The place she was speaking was a commemoration of his life, when people had no idea of these were the words. When I reveal this is Nicole Hannah-Jones. She said, when I reveal that everything that I said to that point was taken from his speeches 1956, 1957, they were shook. This just happened Monday, y'all. I'm telling y'all, this happened Monday. Then she goes on, she said, I read all the names that white Americans called Dr. King: charlatan, demagogue, communist, traitor, and brought out the polling shows more than 3/4 of Americans opposed King at his death, with a 90% approve of him now. 94% approve of him now, but 3/4 of Americans hated him back then. She said, I left them with this. People who oppose today what he stood for back then do not get to be arbitrators of his legacy. How the hell you gonna tell me about his legacy? The real Dr. King cannot be commodified, homogenized, and whitewashed, and whatever side you stand on today is the same side you was stand on back then. Y'all, this woman is excellent. This woman is excellent at what she does. Hold up, y'all. A round of applause. I'm sorry, y'all. We got to know. Our young women, our young men got to know. Did you see how graphic she was. When we take a quick break, Nicole Hannah-Jones, y'all better find out. If you don't know, now you know. We'll be back in a minute.
The Cox Pradier Law Firm. Big city, big town, big settlement. Your fight is our fight. Need legal advice? You know who to call. Personal injury, wrongful death, car accidents, premise liability, serious injuries. 1-800-HURT NOW.
How are you going to be on the stage? How are you going to get from off the bench to on the floor? If you love basketball, you got to be passionate about what you do. You can't just play just to play.
If you really want it, you'll need to make sacrifices. You'll face doubt. You will fail. Whether or not you succeed, that's your
The Cox Pradier Law Firm. Big city, big town, big settlement. Your fight is our fight. Need legal advice? You know who to call. Personal injury, wrongful death, car accidents, premise liability, serious injuries. 1-800-HURT NOW.
Cox Pradier Law Firm. Wow. Troy, Jonathan Cox and Troy Pradier. Hey, man, I hope y'all are calling those guys, inundating those guys with your phone calls because they are supporters of the Chop Shop. So guess what? We got to support them. That means all of us. But Mate said she knew how to redeliver to them in order to open their damn eyes. And you know what, though? Yes, she did the Matt McConaughey on. But God, yes, guess who back? Guess who back? Guess who back? Let me hit him. Oh, they knew you were there, Jimmy. She said, "Good day, Mr. Hicks. How the hell you know?" Oh, Jimmy, you must have popped on the screen and you must have delivered a message. Did you say you was on? Did you say you? How did Mate know how to look behind the curtain or something around this joint?
Yeah,
But
you gotta watch them, man. They slick out there. They slick.
Yeah, they slick. What's going on, man?
Yeah, man. I'm back all thawed out, man, from the ATL. Got a lot of stuff to relay to you guys. I got a chance to go to a couple of games down there. Endured the snow up on arrival. I was already prepared for them low temperatures though. After going to Minneapolis, I done did -8, so 20 degrees ain't nothing to me right now.
Yeah. You can go play golf at 20 degrees. Yeah,
man, that wasn't nothing, but it was great hospitality that was rolled out by the Overtime Elite.
okay. I forgot. You didn't tell me. See, y'all, I'm getting it just like y'all. It's good. Keep going, Jim.
Yeah, so got a chance to see everybody and got a chance to did a full walkthrough. I might have went through, it probably may not have been, but maybe 3-4 rooms in there that I didn't go in. I went through the entire place. And so like,
what was so special about this visit, Jimmy? Whether it was a special visit or just MLK? Did you get the chance to go by MLK, Auburn Avenue? Did you go by his?
No, I didn't go over there. Remember, because I thought the family, they had some stuff going on in the city. But remember, this family had just made a statement. They didn't want. They were asking people not to celebrate.
No, I'm talking about. Did you just go about and look at the museum?
Well, I had been by there before in the past.
Okay.
So I just stayed around Atlantic Station and didn't really go anywhere. On the trip because just of the weather. I mean, the weather, it dried up on day 2. Don't get it twisted. But the first day, it was just horrible. And the second day was in the gym pretty much all afternoon watching games. Got a chance to go and eat supper with Tyler Smith and his family. Got a chance to go and eat on the next day with Bryce Griggs. And he came and picked me up and got a chance to and hit the gas on his little on his car. It's one of them special automobiles. You guys that are into muscle cars gonna know about the type of Dodge Challenger. He has the one that's the very top of the line called a Hellcat with the SRT with the red eye or something. And it has over 800 horsepower. Yeah, over 800 horsepower in this thing. So I'm sitting there, I say, Bryce, what's the fastest you've been in this thing before? And I'm not going to tell you what he said, but I asked him the magic question, how many tickets you done got? He said, man, I ain't got no ticket. Now I said, there you go then. He said, and I say, why? How you do that then? He said, because I got good eyes. He said, just like I can see the court, I can see I can see those streets. I say, that's my boy then. I dap him up. I like that. But anyway, it was a good experience up there. That place, it is indeed like the Madison Square Garden. That's they name it of high school facilities. It seats about, in case you guys are wondering, because somebody asked me this morning, it seats about 1,600. It's about 14 to 1,600, and they can do standing room only. They can get them up to about 18 with standing room only. They got the kids, they got all the bells and whistles in that thing. Just got to upgrade the talent level. And a lot of people, they wonder why they don't see the games for public. That's on purpose. Overtime owns Overtime Elite. Overtime, this entire thing, I confirmed in case, because I always had questions myself. Yes, that the league is basically driven off social media. That's what the Overtime. The parent company is based in New York. And that's how their earnings are driven in their whole entire business model. Not the basketball league, but the parent company is driven off social media footprints. So that means it's almost as if the basketball entity came along. Sure, the basketball minds would love for some of those pros to get drafted into the NBA. But guess what, guys? The parent company can give two shits if any one of those kids ever get drafted. They're getting their bread from them. They're basically the talent. So whether you get drafted or not, that's your vision. That's your dream. Their vision is for you to get some followers and for them to be able to brand you through their social media platforms. So as I received that, then I blinked a couple of times out of shock, and I start now, okay. So you know what you signed up for then, basically. If you sign up, everybody that comes, the checks come on the 5th and the 19th of every month, direct deposit. Ain't a single deposit has been missed. So everybody gets their bread, and, but not everybody's going to make it to the NBA. They know this. And it's kind of equivalent, and they kind of parlay. I start thinking about the EYBL and some of these sneaker program outlets, the Adidas, Under Armour, and whatnot. Well, why do you think they invest into a lot of different programs had around the country and give them money, right? They give different ones from different states, Arkansas, Mississippi, Louisiana, different grassroots programs get money from let's say a parent or one of those sneaker companies, in hopes of one day, meaning they're thinking, well, we're giving you the money to go and go into the depths of the communities to find that talent. Maybe one of them might make it to the NBA. Maybe one of them. But the whole parent company, division, the upper management of the let's say EYBL or Adidas or Under Armour, they're seeking for the next Kobe Bryant. They're seeking for the next LeBron. They're seeking for the next Zion. And so that means it takes spending all this money, investing all this money in order to get this next one. And then they look at it as the write-off because at the end of the day, the expense it's a hell of a line item. So now it kind of, the business part, this is why one of the main questions somebody presented to me to ask was, why come none of the games can be viewed by the general public anymore? They did that first weekend. Well, the families get a link to watch the games live. And that's it. If you are, this is not necessarily for you right now. They go and they control their content. They basically put together, after the game is over, they have they got a whole room, like a boiler room of geeks in front of computers. You wouldn't believe this stuff. It's almost like you're envisioning a sweatshop of computer geeks in the room.
Don't say that. Sweatshop is a bad thing, Jimmy. Don't say that.
Yeah, I'm just saying. What they call it?
It's a boiler room. It's a boiler room, like
a boiler room of nothing but geeks.
Yeah, like on Wall Street, they have rooms like that. They all guys. Yeah. Okay, keep going.
But the only difference is, ain't nobody saying a mumbling word because they all quiet and they all working on
their computers.
So it's quiet as hell.
Jimmy,
you walk through and all you hear is your fingers tapping.
A lot of media companies have similar think tanks like that. But keep going. I like that. Okay, that you taking us behind the curtain right now. Keep going. Give us more.
Yeah, I mean, and so I see that, and so then as I'm hearing them, then I see these guys are here, and they're different ones. You can just tell they working. I'm walking through. They're walking me on through, showing me this room that I got to see, and it let me understand. I have a better understanding, and they understand they got a lot of work to do. Don't get this twisted now. You got a lot of work to do, and they got a lot of stuff on the table that they're trying to waiting on some stuff with NCAA. They're trying to get, because they wasn't approved to play against a lot of schools that you see that's ranked in the USA Today or that's ranked around the country. They were prevented from playing against a lot of those schools.
Because they're pros, Jimmy.
Now, it's one loop. If you have a kid on one of those teams that is one of those reclassified players or beyond his fifth draft eligible, put it like that. That means you draft eligible. Like, for example, Overtime is going to play Sunrise Christian next week. So they're going to get to play.
They playing the grad school, not the regulars.
I'm not sure. I didn't even ask. I didn't even ask, but it sounded like they're playing the regular one that's ranked because Bryce was really fired up. He's fired up about that game. I said, well, which one of the teams are going to play Sunrise? He said, our team. They have 3 different teams in the Overtime Elite. And he was like, so I didn't ask. I took for granted. You might be right. That's that's a good aspect.
Yeah.
And so, but I got a chance to see the classrooms.
Okay.
And they're inside of that facility.
Okay.
And the classrooms are like, they are 4 teachers, 4 instructors. And everybody there is doing online stuff. One instructor is geared totally for ESL. They have about 6 or 7 international players, right? And that ESL teacher is basically, remember, hands-on, getting those guys to be better at the English language, and so that they can excel and be able to dialogue. And one of the young men, he couldn't speak no English when he arrived back in the fall, and now he's piecing it together. You guys remember, in Houstonians out there, you guys may remember. Think about when Yao Ming first came to Houston, and he had to have the interpreter right on the side of him, versus Yao Ming about 5 years later, how he was, and so it's great to always see a type of progress. But the classrooms are set, Hatter, where there's no more than, I think the biggest one, it's no more than like maybe 6 that's going to be in there at one time, 6 to 8 in, because they're small rooms. And that way they get that attention or whatnot. So say 6 times 4, 8 times 4, maybe 7. Yeah, because 7 times 4 is 4 rooms. It's about 7 in each one at one time. So I got a chance to. They have 3 courts, 2 practice courts, and the one main arena. They all adjacent to each other. Everything is in there. They have all the nutrition. They have a person. They have the chef. I saw the kitchen. They get. It's like they cook breakfast for them because the kids live like a block away. So you can come there and get your breakfast tailor made or your lunch, your dinner. They have all that. And the chef who's the chef at the place, he also owns a restaurant. And I think they had a celebration there last night, with the staff and the players, because they had not played in like a month before what day that was? Tuesday? Monday, before Monday, MLK Day. Other than that, man, I got a chance to know the staff and I got a chance to talk to them about the envision and but for the most part, it's gonna come down to if one of them would get drafted in the first round, is going to dictate momentum or not. And if they are permitted to play against certain degree of personnel of talent by the NCAA, then that's going to be. I'll tell you one thing, Hal. I give you one tip that's maybe on the deck. Is there's even a possibility of changing the verbiage of you being of the pro and turn it into a straight name, image, likeness concept. If I'm gonna pay you $150,000 and you call the pro now, why I can turn around and just reword the contract for the next group coming up and just say it won't stop these dudes. These dudes that's already there are done. But the next batch coming up, just say if they they're working on some things, and you do all of the verbiage and say, well, every deal is a name, image, likeness deal, but it's guaranteed. You're gonna get the same $150,000, but you got to do this for name, image, likeness. So what's the difference? What is the difference? And if you did that, then those kids could still go to college. It's like going to prep school. So that's something that's on the table. That's now the NCAA will feel like you're trying to trick the game. But truth be told, what if Montverde wanted to give Keontae George a name, image, likeness deal right now for $100,000? What could the NCAA do? Nobody never thought about that. They don't have the budget. That's why. You follow me? Now, if he wanted to go do it in his own, that is based on that particular state.
But I thought high school, I remember they said high schools, I guess it's based on protect. I thought high schools were not a part of the NIL. It was just college.
They worked on. I'm saying I think, but certain states, have paved only a handful.
Here we go. Yeah, you're right. Here we go again. All right, here we go again.
What's that?
No, just here we go again with this mess. These folks, everybody.
No, that's not. Understand. What I'm saying to you is not.
No, I'm talking about. No, I ain't talking about what you said. You can say whatever you want to. I'm just thinking ahead. I'm just watching how people move the goalposts on this thing all the time. First, it was just for college athletes because college was making so much money. College was making so much money, and the kids wasn't getting their fair share. Now, high school's making so much money, the kids get. So where did this thing end? So now you're going to go down to, we're going to have a phenom in middle school, and you're going to have to name, image, and likeness his ass. Then you're going to have a phenom in middle, what y'all call it, the little bit elementary school. I mean, that's the point I'm trying. That's the point. I'm not, I ain't worried about that mess. I'm just telling you that look at what they can open up. At first, it was the college. It was the premises that the colleges was making all of this money and the players were going hungry. So do we have this same argument in high school? Is Stephen Woods, Hightower making so much money, Montverde making so much money that in exploiting the talents of these kids and not giving them nothing? So that's the angle that I'm coming at, Jimmy. And I know, and I had to explain all that because I know you on the surface, you was thinking I was attacking what you were saying. I'm talking about the whole thing. And it's just weird to me. It's weird to me.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they're exploring a lot of things because a lot of things are, and I guess the counters or the punches against them, are they trying to make and find any way or explore every way possible that they can, they mean overtime elite, that they can be able to help themselves to attract a better grade of talent. And that's imperative to the future success of the basketball division of the OTE, and like I say, only time would tell.
Yeah.
But
I know, cause Jimmy, what had happened this year didn't happen. It's a lot of them kids right now thinking, damn, I can't go to college now because I'm a pro. So they trying to alleviate. They trying to just say, well, okay, because that might scare some kids off for next year, Jimmy. So I don't blame overtime. I'm just talking about, I remember the NIL, where it started, because the colleges were making billions of dollars, and Shabazz Napier have to be starving in his dorm, which his ass wasn't. Which he wasn't. But I mean, that's all. That's the point. So now it's gonna trickle down. I guess that's Ronald Reagan, the trickle down theory. It's gonna trickle down into high school, and then guess what? You got to go to junior high, and then you got to go to you have a little old middle school phenom, Jimmy, they're killing everybody, like my kid on Swagger. You know what I'm saying? He might want some of that paper. Duncanville, think about this. Last night, Jimmy, shout out to Dallas, too. I know we're going to get there. Last night, Richardson and Highland Park played last night, Jimmy. Jimmy, they told them people online, hey, ain't no more tickets. Nobody else can get in. They doing it like that up there. So I'm just, I'm always going to think outside or inside the box. But I always go by the rules, Jimmy, and I never forget. I remember, I didn't know how they was going to do the NIL, and then when they did it, okay, I guess that I don't know what's so now overtime's saying, cause there's some people I know, there's some parents down there griping, shit, my kid ain't good enough to play goddamn it on the overtime team that good, but and now he done got this bread. Now what we got? We got to use this bread to go pay for college. So. I mean, Lake Highlands. I'm sorry.
I mean, in a lot of their contracts, 100,000 is earmarked in a trust for college purposes, education.
So, Jimmy, they can go to college and walk. No, but you've got paid. Once you get paid, you can't play college no more. That's right.
In basketball.
Well, they can go play golf like J.R. Smith.
Yes, then they can go in some other sports, but not basketball.
Okay, I like that. That's what I'm talking. That's what we talking about.
Yeah. But this thing is like I say, it's really intriguing. And the thing, this case you wonder, it does exist. The location is right in Atlantic Station.
Yes.
So it's right across the street. It's right there.
Yeah.
If you've been to Atlanta, you know Atlantic Station. I mean, it's right next. Georgia Tech, basically you on
right
Georgia
around the
Tech
corner.
soil.
You can walk to Georgia Tech from there.
And they have their own hotel. Now it's not owned by Overtime Elite, but they have a deal with and a brand new hotel was built right in conjunction with this. So they got a hotel right next door.
What's the name
Embassy
of the hotel?
Suites. Embassy Suites.
Okay.
And it's not your old Embassy Suites that we used to go, it's
Embassy Suites didn't step up their game.
Yeah, it's contemporary now.
Some of them got because old Embassy Suites didn't have room service. Some of these new ones got room service and bars and everything down there. These new Embassy Suites, yeah.
So it's like I say, it's the location is there. The facility is about 75,000 square feet.
Yeah. I haven't been, but at some point I'm
it's like I say, it's big now. I mean, the thing, bottom line, they know they have to. There's two things that are two major hurdles, and of course, understand something. And we're in the midst of the COVID, so that restricts a lot of things that they do because they have to protect their talent, their assets, or these kids. I'm using the word kids. These are pros. But I'm using the word kids in terminology because there's so many of the teachers I talk to and the ladies, the females that work in that place, they all, and that's one thing that's good. That's a great thing for that atmosphere because all of the females that I talk to, I might have talked to about 5 of them in depth throughout those 3 days. They refer to those young men as their babies. Like at different times, different conversations. It all my babies. And then I'm watching when the games are going on out. You could see the energy from some of those staffers, the female staffers. I'm not talking about the manager on the team. No. I'm talking about female staffers, whether it be the instructors or whether it be people in front office. They're calling those kids by first name. They're rooting for those kids.
Jimmy, they've been around them for a while, man. Jimmy, us as a community, Jimmy, that's how we should be as a community anyway. So it's just now you get a chance to be in a community with a lot of kids all the time. And them ladies going to be able to tell you some stories too. They're going to be able to tell you a lot of stories. Yeah, so that's pretty much got it, guys. In the with regard to that, like I say, if you just dropped in on the Chop Shop, we'll ask you to share the show if you hadn't done so on this Women Rock Wednesday. Would you share the show to your timelines, to your pages? Let's get the digital footprint off and running on this Women Rock Wednesday. Of course, we're coming back in. Was Chris Walker been on yesterday? Man, Chris stepped up here and roasted their ass yesterday. Chris
roasted
everybody. Man, they hold up. Chris mesmerized them folks so bad yesterday. They couldn't even talk. Didn't nobody talk crazy to him, but I think Thad Moody.
You mean to tell me y'all let Chris make it? Y'all didn't have a video of that guy saying what the video was, the old guy, that song that Chris was singing the day when you
quiet. I ain't play that. I wasn't gonna play that mess. I didn't play that mess. But
and what about the young fella Trash? He ain't made a video about the Cowboys.
Oh, somebody gave, but you can't do that. Trash cussing too much, Jimmy. We can't play it. He cussed too much on there. Yeah, he cussed too much. We can't put crap.
Has he made one for the Cowboys?
Oh my God, yes. And hold up.
He did?
Melvin Dews sent it to me, Jimmy. Hold on. Melvin Dews put Chris's face over there. Hold up. Melvin Dews, hold up. He sent it to me. Hold up, man. He put Chris' face. Hold up, y'all. Hold up, man. He put Chris over it, but y'all excuse the cussing if the dude cuss. I don't know if he cussing or not. But hold up. I'm gonna drop it in the screen and see what it play. Let me see. I'm gonna just drop it up there. Let me see. It won't. Oh, it won't do it.
Man, Dallas Cowboy. I mean, dude. Hey, man, and let me tell you something. The people were sad. There's Cowboy fans everywhere.
Oh, you missed it, Jimmy. You missed the show yesterday. I played all of that. I got some more for you.
And you wonder why, and I keep telling you guys, this is the exact why.
Jimmy, look.
Many of you guys,
look at your homegirl.
Oh, man.
Hold on, I got something else. Look, hey. She got a hat on like yours, Jimmy, up there at the top.
Oh, man. Hey, she got a Cowboy star on the side of it. Did you see the star on the side?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Man, them folks done lost some. Man, the way them people were looking, they lost some. They act like they done lost a mortgage or two on that joint, Jim. Jimmy, I'm trying.
Say, man.
Oh, it didn't come on, Jimmy. Somehow, damn, what the hell you done? Melvin Dews, this piece of crap. Hold up, y'all.
There you go. I hope y'all didn't let Chris make it. I hope y'all got on him because he sit there and told y'all. Hold on. Can one of y'all tag Walter Yates? We need Walter Yates to come to the
He
party.
on there? He on there?
Where's Walter Yates at? Walt, remember,
Walter Yates?
remember week 2? Remember week 3? And you was telling us about all these Cowboys. Remember that? Walt, your streak ain't looking good, man. Your streak, first the pandemic, first the COVID, first the vaccine.
Jimmy, I'm just going to play it on my phone.
First it was Candace Owens, then the vaccine, and now the Dallas Cowboys. Walt, you striking out with a you missing the ball.
Hold on, Jimmy. Jimmy, hold on. They got Chris Walker as the man's face.
Hey, man, they done that for real. Oh,
They
trash. You just said to Chris Walker.
Look at Chris.
Oh, man. Oh, my goodness.
That man said trash.
So here's the thing now. Cowboy fans, your sentence. It's time to render your sentence for this. Next year, I don't care if you start out the season 4-0. I don't care you can win that conference again. You can go and play Tampa Bay tight at the beginning of the season. You can come back. I don't want to hear nothing. It don't even matter. That's what we meant when we was telling you guys about certain teams in basketball. It don't even matter what you're doing right now for certain teams. The postseason is when it starts for you. And you couldn't even win that one game. Them dudes, you know what, Hatter? I watched that game.
Me too.
And San Francisco really should have had 30, 40 points.
Yes.
They really should have had that.
Yes. They left a lot of points on the table.
They were just playing so cautious, just so, they didn't want to take no gap. They wanted to just get some points on the board, And, dude, Cowboys, you can't tell me nothing right now. You know what? The jig might be up on y'all right now. It might be up. This was
Jimmy,
the perfect time.
Jimmy is not Jimmy. They still love that team, boy. They still love them people, man.
No, but you can't sell that to the conventional fan, the nominal fan anymore. That's what I mean by it's up. You had converted a lot of people over in the past couple of years. Straight converted them over.
Yes, sir.
But you can't do it now. No more. It's done. They know about you right now. They know what's going on. The community knows. Dallas Cowboys, I just can't believe what I saw. And from you guys and your tears after the game. I can imagine sports bars in every city, every other city, there were probably fights. I'm willing to, I'm telling, I haven't even looked on no news in the newspapers. I'm willing to go out on a ledge and say there were multiple altercations, physical altercations during and after that Dallas Cowboy loss to the Frisco 49ers. You guys, man. Hey, and guess what? You know what? Dallas Cowboy fans, you deserve every ounce of agony that has been inflicted upon you guys as a result of all of the trash talking you were doing, all the proclamations. You even were talking Super Bowl. You had even convinced people that based on nothing in your resume that can get you there, and with this team, you had even declared that that's what you were, a Super Bowl champion in the making. And everybody had bought into it. Remember, you even had the backup. You had Zeke. He's had a good spurt of running the ball, and everybody's saying Zeke is back. Then you get Dak. He's throwing the ball good, reach 400 yards on time. Dak is back. Now it's the same old Cowboys, man. Same old Cowboys. Now you got to come back next year. You know what's going to happen in the offseason? I'd paint this picture for you. You have 2-3 guys going to get in trouble. They're going to get in handcuffs. That's a typical offseason for Dallas Cowboys. A couple of them going to go to jail. You know, you're going to go and you're going to go and tell us, you know, just how revived that Zeke is coming back. And what is this, Prescott, the backup running back, with his name? How he's improved. Everybody's fired up. We really don't learn from this. Now let's get it on, and you'll go through the same old stuff. Same old stuff. Dallas Cowboys. Boy, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. I don't know what to say about y'all. But let's shift gears, of course, and in regards to NFL, in case you are wondering, the playoffs now go into the second round. This Saturday, you have Cincinnati at Tennessee. Frisco will play at Green Bay. Those are the Saturday games. Sunday, you have the Rams at Tampa Bay. You have Buffalo at Kansas City. So those are your quarterfinals for the NFL playoffs this season. Cincinnati and Tennessee, Frisco and Green Bay, Saturday. On Sunday, the Rams at the Bucks and the Bills at the Chiefs. And that gives you a good weekend for you football fans to go and get it in and check it out, you know, and check out the action. Now, shift the gears. Of course, we got waiting on and how to come in. We talk a little basketball. Of course, it is that time to talk a little basketball. And but meanwhile, waiting on him to get back, I don't know if you guys, and those Women Rock Wednesday, when I got in, I don't know if how have you covered, of course, Lucy Harris, and who passed away at 66 years old, and for Women Rock Wednesday. And Lucy Harris from Mississippi, right there, I think Greenwood, Mississippi. Had a couple of people from Greenwood went to college with me back at TSU. That was my first time hearing of Greenwood, Mississippi, was back as a college freshman. But this young lady has a fascinating story. Wow. And very impressive. The fact she went to Delta State, actually had committed to Alcorn. She was going to Alcorn State. But then right in the time when she came up, when she was coming out of high school, in 1972 is when they inflicted, approved and voted on to a Title IX, which basically give the women's sports, you have to do for women what you do for men in the collegiate athletics. So at the time of doing so in 1972, a lot of schools didn't have the budget to implement it immediately. They were still rolling it out. Some people going to take 2 years to do it, you know, to get everything in order. And, you know, you have to get facilities right and everything. So Alcorn did not have women's basketball on that first year. So she decided to go to Delta State. And Delta State, she was the only black on the team. That's in Mississippi. And this young lady led them. They made it to the Final Four the first year and won the national championship each of the preceding 3 years after that. She did with that team, only black on the team. She was 6'3". We're talking about in the 70s. Think about it. So that basically she was the equivalent to like a Wilt, you know, not necessarily Wilt, right up there for us on the bell curve of the heights for most females versus Wilt Chamberlain and his height advantage versus most males when he played the years before. She grew up watching Wilt Chamberlain and Oscar Big O and Kareem, who was Lou Alcindor back during those days. So now we're talking about Lucy Harris. She passed away, and a lot of people is, very unfortunate that her story probably should have been on the big screen well before now. And hopefully, I know people like Oprah Winfrey, who has a fondness of stories based out of Mississippi. I can probably see Oprah hopping on the phone and trying to get the ball rolling to broaden, amplify the story or the legacy of Lucy Harris. Going to college, guys, understand something. When she was at Delta State, remember this women's program, the NCAA had not even incorporated, right, women's into their basketball component. Actually, the women had to play under the AIAW at the time. The AIAW was the Association for Intercollegiate Athletic Women, or something like that. Athletes, and that's what they had to play in. So that's what they went to. If you look it up on the NCAA, it wouldn't show then. It would be under the AIAW. That's what Delta State, they had to play in that arena platform, so to speak. So this team turns into rock stars while Lucy is there. They win and they get to the Final Four the first year. They win a national championship the next year. They win it again. So by that time, they're selling out the arena while the boys, the men's basketball team, is barely getting a few hundred people at each game. They're getting 4,500 plus every game. Sold out, standing room only basketball game on the women's side at Delta State. Right? And they're flying. They're taking planes. When they're traveling on the road, they're taking planes. The men's is still riding on the bus. This is how the economics had advanced itself as a result of having this 6'3" black girl as the centerpiece on your women's basketball team and their success. So right after college, or during, she goes and she plays in 70. Also, she plays in 76 on the Olympic team. 1976 was the very first time that women's basketball was being played in the Olympics. USA opened up against China. Guess who scored the very first basket of the game? Lucy Harris. And so as it goes down, as the story is told, that is one record that it is impossible, that can never be broken, is Lucy Harris scoring the first points in Olympic basketball competition for women. That can never be broken. That can never be erased. So they won a silver medal that year. Shortly afterward, the NBA draft came up. And she, at the time, the Jazz was located in New Orleans. It's called the New Orleans Jazz. And they had more than 2 rounds back in those days, as they do now. Lucy Harris was drafted by the New Orleans Jazz in the 7th round. And she was, as it stands today, she was the first then and is the only female to have ever been officially drafted by an NBA team on the record. So she gets drafted, and then this when it gets really, really intriguing. That's why I say her story is really built for the big screen. She turned down the opportunity to go and try out. 7th round, they want you to come down and try out. Yeah, it might have been a little ploy to it. Yeah, it might have been a something ignited because New Orleans is not far from Greenwood, Mississippi. Right? Adjoining states. I mean. So she, at the time, her high school sweetheart had asked her to marry him. She said yes. So they're marrying and had agreed to go and start a family. Because at that time there was no WNBA. Guys, once the females had depleted their college eligibility, automatically the air is out of the ball for Americans at that time. So what did she do? Start a family. She said she declined it and stayed up there. Now here's the deal. Check this out. Mental health came into play. Lucy Harris was she was diagnosed. She knew herself, but she admitted, and the doctors later on and diagnosed bipolar, but didn't get diagnosed until after basketball. So she's bipolar. She didn't want to go down there because she felt that to New Orleans and tried because she felt that those men they was just basically playing with her emotions. She had no chance to make the team because her going against women is different than her going against men. Now today's female probably would take that opportunity, and she said she had no regrets on not doing so because she so adamantly wanted to start a family. And so how did her family her decision of doing so, shortly afterwards, it started to eat at her and haunt her. So she moved back to Mississippi. She had a nervous breakdown. Her health, gained a lot of weight. But later on, years to come, she did start that family. She had, I want to say 4 kids. And understand now, Lucy Harris wasn't the valedictorian of her class. She was a basketball player. She was 6'3". They had a nickname for her coming out of high school. Oh, I'm sorry, when she was going into high school. Know what the nickname was? Like a little rhyme. They called it long, tall, and that's all. That was a nickname that people gave her. She was long and tall, and that's all. Later on, after Lucy got kicking all that ass and getting all those accolades, she changed up. She had her self-esteem had flourished. She thought that she changed that narrative. And what she began to call herself to everybody aloud. That means of all the ears that heard it frequently, she would say, now, my name, for all y'all that gave me that nickname, long, tall, and that's all, here you go, the new nickname. Long, tall, and that's not all. That's what she did herself. And so her 4 kids, how about this? 2 of them got doctorates, right? One of them got their masters, and the other one is a lawyer. How about that for Mississippi? 4 kids, 2 boys and 2 girls, if I'm not mistaken. 2 got their masters. 1 even graduated from Delta State, alumni. Old stomping ground. 1 is a lawyer. 1 got their masters. And this lady right here is an inspiration. And in 1992, she was inducted into the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame. Her and another young lady, they were the first 2 to ever be inducted into the Naismith for women's basketball. So and guess who escorted her to receive her award? Her childhood idol, Oscar Robertson, escorted her. The Big O. She mimicked her game after the Big O and kind of played like him on a female variation of. She was, you gotta realize one year I think she might average 25 points and 21 rebounds one year. She was getting them things. Now Oscar Robertson was the king of the triple-double, but it wasn't required for her to pass that thing out of that post. She get on that post, it's going in that basket. That's the story of Lucy Harris, guys. Lucy Harris Stewart. That would be a married name, and it is wonderful. She passed away, in case you missed it, at the age 66. So wanted to give you guys that little bit, women win.
Yeah, I hit him with it, but I didn't want to stop you. We already talked about it earlier, but you went a little bit more in depth. And Jimmy, I'm looking at August 18th, 2021. we talked about her a lot. We talked. I guess no. It was Women Rock Wins. You probably wasn't on, and I talked about her extent. A lot of that stuff you were saying. I went back and just going through my notes. That's what I was looking for. Great lady, great woman. Now she's gone. Now she's one of our ancestors. She's gone to be with the Lord, and it's just amazing, man. The things that the power that you can do, and if you have a chance, y'all, they got a documentary out on her. Some movie, I know you can find it on YouTube, and just listen to it and listen to her play. Great woman. Shout out. Happy Women Rock Wins it to her. What else we got?
NBA talk. NBA talk.
Hey, you better hurry up because I'm getting out of here at 2 o'clock. Come on.
NBA.
Yeah.
And of course, there's a team that has hit their groove and at right around the right time of the season, Adam. And that looks like the Miami Heat has emerged themselves to the top of the food chain in the Eastern Conference. Yes, I said the Miami Heat. No team in the East has won more games than Miami this season. All the attention was going toward Milwaukee, then Brooklyn, then Chicago, and then Cleveland Cavaliers. Then got, they're being overshadowed right now because they have surged up, and they're one of the hottest teams in the league right now.
Dallas pretty hot too. Dallas pretty hot too.
And I was just talking East right now, on the east side on the east side. And Cleveland has won 5 straight. And right now, Cleveland has 27 wins, which is 1 win shy of Miami's 28 wins in the East. This Cleveland team, what they got? That's about Billy. Who's the coach over at Cleveland?
Bickerstaff.
Yeah. Yeah, because Donovan is over in Chicago.
Yeah.
It's rocking right now.
Oh, yeah.
They're rocking. Jared Allen is he's in a comfortable space. And didn't Cleveland lose one of their guards for the year?
Jimmy, they lost that dude and got better. Colin Sexton. They lost him and got better. Hey, let me tell you something. That rookie, I told y'all, I just said it, I'm going to say it again. I apologize. I ain't know that dude had it like that, Doc. But guess what, Jimmy? He went to the right team. Y'all,
that matters.
It matters. It matters. Jared Allen swatting everything to get past anybody. And then, Jimmy, little Kev. Little Kev been balling. He want to ball with these kids.
We ain't talking about being traded no more now, huh? It's fun now. See what happens? Basketball is fun again for a guy like Kevin Love. Kevin Love now, you notice how miraculous his health is health. He's healthy now. He would come up with a good injury for sit out for about 2 or 3 games right about this time of the year on the routine. Kevin Love is playing well. And don't forget now, don't forget, they picked up the right veteran who can manage that bench, that locker room. Who can manage that locker room. Now, he might want to go, understand, he might take some of them young boys' money and Boo-Ray, because he's a Boo-Ray, he's a Boo-Ray bandit now. That's my boy.
Jim, he just got on the team, Jim. He just got on the team a couple days ago.
No, I'm saying 3 games ago, but he's playing serviceable minutes. He's averaging about 20 minutes a game. And that's Rajon Rondo. Rondo, well, as I said, he's a locker room coach. He's a bench coach. He is the perfect.
He talks too damn much. That's his problem.
Yeah, but those youngsters that he got, think about it. Darius Garland is the perfect type of guy for Rondo to grab him.
Jimmy, let me help Marcus Carroll out. The Rockets shouldn't have drafted that boy, Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley would have been terrible with the damn Rockets. Him and that other boy, Wood would have been fighting. All them guys. Hell no, Marcus. You looking at it now. Let me tell you something. I'm so glad that boy didn't come to the Houston Rockets. To save my boy, no, he didn't need to come to no Houston Rockets. No, sir. But keep going, Jimmy. No,
Yeah,
sir.
I mean,
and then this whole Jimmy, what Larry Marketing, they put him for having trash. He balling. Thank you, Thaddeus Moody.
Yeah.
The Bulls left him for heavy trash. Dude, it matters what team you go to, Marcus Carroll. Larry Marketing couldn't play dead at Chicago. He go over here.
He can hit upside the head, though. He know how to take a punch.
Who hit it?
Didn't that boy, didn't Portis T-roll him a couple of years ago?
No, he hit it. No, he hit a foreigner.
Okay.
He hit a foreigner. But Jimmy, I got to show. Did y'all see this? Since we go on finish, because I got something about the NBA. You might mention the team.
The team that's special.
Who?
Is especially understand this is a key ingredient to success. And at that level, you got a lot of guys that are working on toward that next contract. You know, of course, Jared Allen is good, but a lot of guys working on his contract. When you see the ball and the wealth being shared, they have 9 players on this team. 9 players on Chicago's roster who averages 10 points or more. And a 10th one who averages 9 points. Think about that. That's 9 players that average double digits. And a 10th one average 9, at a little bit over 9 a game. That means when the game is over, on the average, there's a locker room filled with, you might be pissed off that you lost a game, but you're satisfied because it's easy. Those guys are meeting their quota. It ain't a big gap. That means when one guy comes out the game, even Rondo is averaging 10 points and some change right now. So that means, and guess what? In a situation where it's not required for him to go and he know he's embraced that.
Jimmy, it was very important to have a veteran like Rondo because they lost Ricky Rubio, who was a very vital part. So they just couldn't next man step. They had to find somebody who can be serviceable because Ricky Rubio was balling too. Ricky Rubio was getting it in. And I'm sitting there because guess what? He ain't going to shoot a lot. He going to manage the game. Same thing as your homeboy, Rondo. So that was, hey, let me tell you something. And Kobe Altman, the black general manager of them, you remember we had put him out for heavy trash because we said, man, I can't believe you. Chauncey said, no, I ain't working with y'all because Chauncey don't like the owner. And Kobe Altman, Jimmy, they gave him an extension on his contract. Gave him an extension on his contract.
So
guess what, though, Jimmy? Guess what? I hate to say this because I don't want to talk about nobody's demise, but the owner Gilbert has been sick a lot, so he hasn't been doing a lot. And I don't know if it was sickness, what the sickness was, but he's struggling a lot with his sickness. So maybe that added, and I think the son, somebody is running the program, and they gave Kobe Altman an extension, and I was glad to see that. But now, who else you got? What else you still want to talk about?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm looking at the West right now. We're talking about the Eastern Conference, and of course, Golden State, has pretty much been teetering between the win and loss column over the past 10 games. They've won 5 of the last 10. Meanwhile, Phoenix Suns, they've taken sole possession of the top seed in the Western Conference, with winning 8 out of their last 10 games. The Memphis Grizzlies, 9 out of their last 10. They're right there.
Can I talk about the Grizzlies a little bit? Can I say something about them?
Yeah, Memphis is number 3, and of course Utah is the 4th seed right now in the West.
I wanted to show somebody something. I got some. Did I do it? I did. I thought I didn't. Man, I didn't download it. I guess I was rushing this morning. Did y'all see the way Steven Adams picked up that boy, Bradley, who was trying to fight Ja, and drug him a mile. Y'all did anybody see that? And Jimmy,
I saw. I was watching the game when it happened. He whispered something in his ear to let him know. By the time he picked him up off the ground and took about 7 steps with him. And by the time he put him down, as he was walking with him, you know how you can whisper in a guy's ear and you can tell him something like, "Look here, playboy, I'm gonna tell you something. You know,
that one right there.
I'm trying to save you. Look here, I'm gonna let you down now. Don't you better use him. You better think smart.
I got to show it. Keep talking.
He let him down. As soon as he let him down, he gave him dap.
He was cool.
He dapped him because he realized he was like, man, I don't want your type of problem, because Steven Adams has that reputation in the NBA as being that enforcer, and it's always role for that type of guy on the bench, and if there can be serviceable in the locker room. Several teams have, not many, but several teams have a guy that try to play that role. But Steven Adams, he don't have to try to play that role.
And the dude was messing with Ja Morant, man. You can't mess with the franchise.
well, the thing is, the beginning of the play, the dude was wrong because he went after Ja's knee.
But Ja shouldn't have put the ball in the man's face, though.
Well, I'm saying no, but the first wrong, understand, in basketball, that knee, you went after his knee. Now, I don't know what happened before then to whether it can be purposely or whether they got pre-existing history, but he went and slid his leg over to go after that man's knee.
I didn't see that part, but let me show everybody. Let me show everybody.
You see that, Howard? Then that way you
say we're holding on. Yeah, Bradley wasn't going to let Morant go until Adams let him go. Everybody's grabbing onto somebody.
Yeah, but Bradley didn't have a choice. Steven Adams decided to end that grasp.
There is no stronger man in the NBA than Steven Adams.
No, there certainly is not. And I think we saw that right there.
Oh, that was.
And Jimmy, I had to play that, Jimmy, because what's so funny, somebody on Twitter, they just unbelievable to me. Jimmy, this what they posted a lot of pictures, Jimmy, of Steve Adams. Here go one right. I hope it fit the screen. Outside the FedEx Forum, Jimmy. Hold up, Jimmy. Jimmy. Hold up. I don't know why these people talking about we offline. I know we online. Okay, then Jimmy. Hold up, Jimmy. They go again, right? Then they got him. Jimmy, they got him. Hold up, they got him in St. Louis. Hold up, they got him in a restaurant. No, hold on, Jimmy. Hold up. They got him at the Pyramid, Jimmy. Hold up. You know the Pyramid is outside of Memphis. He done pick him up and took him over to the Pyramid. Okay? Then, hold up. I mean, these people are so creative, Jimmy. Then they got him. They done picked him up and put him on the Memphis Bridge. You know, that's the bridge in Memphis. They crossed from Memphis to Arkansas. They didn't stop there, Jimmy. Then they took the man all the way to St. Louis. You know, Memphis ain't that far from St. Louis. Look, Jimmy, they took the man. These people on Twitter is unbelievable. If you see him, Jimmy, they went so far than to put him at the State Farm. You know the little dude, State Farm, what's the little dude name? He put him in the State Farm office. So they went crazy with that. These people are very creative. Jimmy, you talking about them little geeks down at Overtime. Boy, it's people can put anything on. Melvin Dude's good at that. Putting stuff on, Photoshop, and I can't use that stuff. Great talent if you have it. But I just wanted to put that. But Memphis is playing well. Jimmy,
once again, I want to reiterate. If any of you guys could go and try to go and just search it and search the play that led into that skirmish. Search the play first. That's why it's one of the prime examples of, and then you'll understand why Ja put that ball in dude's face. Look at, I invite you, please do so. then you will have the understanding, because yes, it's wrong. But if you're an NBA player, you are an emerging.
Oh yeah, he just stuck his knee. Yeah, he shouldn't have did that. Yeah, I just saw.
You just watched it. You just watched it.
I'm gonna put it up there. Keep
and
talking.
You go and watch it. I saw it real time, and when he showed the replay, that's immediately what my first.
Yeah, he was out of pocket.
I didn't have no.
He just stuck his leg out there, Jimmy. He just
stuck his leg
out there. You don't do no man. That ain't. He ought to hit. Yeah, he should have got hit in the mouth for that one. Yes.
You see what I'm saying? So if you haven't done that, then for you to go and anybody go and say, well, man, Ja needs to be wrong for that. Ja putting that ball in, man. You go and imagine yourself being in Ja Morant's position. You're having the best season of your young career, and a guy that move could have laid him out for the entire season.
Absolutely. I'm sitting there. It's gonna come on the screen in just a second.
Maybe a half of a milli inch to the left, it would have put Ja Morant out.
Yeah, that dude was wrong for that player. Season. He was flat out wrong for that, and I'm gonna put it up. It's coming up there. Keep talking.
And so that's the thing, man.
I didn't see that part. I promise you, I did not see that.
Yeah, I was watching that game actually live on MLK Day. So I was watching it when it happened. They showed the replay. I'm like, hell, no wonder. And then the guy, he wouldn't let Ja's shirt go after Ja put the ball in his play, and that's what amplified things, because he wouldn't let Ja go. He wouldn't let his shirt go.
Yeah, I saw that. But yeah, dude was flat out of pocket. It's about to come on the screen now. Y'all can take a look at it. I played a couple of times. And that was some lazy ass defense. Somebody should have smacked him in the mouth.
Yeah, and that's the question. Was it,
especially for a guy that's having history in you? Bradley fouls Morant. They get tied up. And now getting into it on the, especially for a guy that's having history in you. Especially for a guy that's having history in you. Especially for a guy that's having history in you. Especially for a guy that's having history in you.
Oh, we can talk about
Bradley fouls.
No, man, he was wrong, man.
And now,
he was flat out wrong.
Guy that's having history.
Great defense. Yeah, he was flat out wrong, Jim. I didn't see that.
Yeah, so there you guys have that, and you see what we meant by that's what caused the reaction from Ja Morant. That's just a scary moment. It happened so fast, and then, a lot of people didn't realize that part because you're not really paying attention to the basketball component of it. It's more MLK Day. You might have been at a house party. You might have been somewhere at an establishment where and sipping and socializing. But that's how it went down. And so Marcus Carroll, I hope you got the chance to see it that way now. You made the comment about Ja needs to chill. Now, Ja did exactly what Ja was supposed to do, at least.
Yeah.
Because Ja had enough sense not to get kicked out the game with a punch. So you use the ball as he
mushed him with the ball.
As a separator. You see what I'm saying? That means you're not throwing a punch. But that ball can be an extension of your arm, and that can be just like throwing a punch. Because that ball hits him the right way, then guess what? You can get a black eye. Man, you can get a busted nose.
I thought he just pushed the ball up against his face. He didn't throw it.
No, he didn't throw it. He didn't get Ja didn't do. Ja, that was, I'm saying, when you in duress as such, in order to keep your mental to be able to operate within the confines of the rule.
I don't like that. I'm glad. Thank you, Britt Jimmy, for seeing Marcus Carroll's comment talking about Ja need to chill. No, Brandon need to chill with his bomb ass. He's a journeyman. The journeyman need to chill. Yeah.
And you guys could tell the age of some of the viewers because that's what you called it back in days. He smushed him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Some people call it mushed him. Some people call it smushed him when they put the ball, he put the guy's face or an attempt to do so. That's a good smush.
Jim, I saw some. Alex Sestero shared some. He said he's not sure of this, but it looks like free Rocket tickets to kids in Houston. I don't know if y'all know this, Rockets, but I don't know if you saw this. Earlier this season, they said the Houston Rockets announced a multi-year partnership with Adidas, continuing a long-standing relationship between the team and the multinational apparel corporation. Part of supporting the growing of the game of basketball is ensuring that the next generation of basketball players have an opportunity to see the game played at its highest level. As a highlight of this relationship, the Fertitta family and Adidas are excited to offer complimentary tickets to Future Rockets home games for all Houston area youth basketball players ages 4 through 18 years old. Then they got a button you can sign up. Simply fill out the form to register, and you receive future communications regarding availability of the games and redeem your complimentary tickets. Shout out to the Houston Rockets. Ain't nobody in there, no way. So this is a good way to Jimmy to get this done. Thank you, Alex Sesteros, for sharing it with me. I'll try to. I'm gonna see can I share this link with y'all.
I just put the link on the Facebook.
Okay.
And for those once again, if you're a grassroots coach or a high school coach, and this is the perfect bonding opportunity to go and take your kids to the see the Houston Rockets game. Understand, they're not playing against themselves, so there's an opponent that will be against them. So it's always, like I say, it's a bonding moment. You go and take them kids. It's complimentary. It's free. And you know what's so crazy? You think about it, regardless of the talent level or the success level that is, I say, of the Houston Rockets.
They're still pro.
There's two things.
Yeah.
They're professionals. And then on top of that, have you ever considered how many of your players may have never been to inside the Toyota Center or may have never been to a professional basketball game before? Yet they're striving to become a professional basketball player. That's on the end game of their dream. So that's something to think about. And, you know, once again, complimentary tickets. And you know what? I say all the time about kids, Adam, they remember their first and they remember their last. You could never know what influence you can have in one of these young men's life to be able to see some of these pro players who they admire and inspire to be up close or be in the same arena. So take advantage of that.
And Jimmy, I meant to ask you this earlier. Are you familiar with a lady coach named Pam Crawford in the Cy area?
In the Cypress area?
Yeah, Cypress area. Yeah. Because
can't put the name.
One more damn time, he talking about Jimmy to talk about Coach Pam Crawford. So Jimmy don't even know who Pam Crawford is, man. He didn't put it on the screen about 4 or 5 times. She retiring and doing something. She used to coach his daughter or something. So Jimmy don't know her. Yeah. But Jimmy, your boy said something yesterday on the show. We'll move past that. My boy, Clear Springs, Jimmy. I'm sorry, Clear Springs, Clear Lake area. But he still don't know Pam Crawford. But I got a question for you, Jimmy. Maybe you can figure this out for me. Because your boy yesterday called himself coming on here trolling us.
Who that?
What's his name? John Urey. Talking about what high school has had the most college graduates in Houston, in the greater Houston area. He was vague at first. Hold on. Since hold on. Then I asked him, I said, dude, you got it since 1971. How in the hell I'm going to find out there? How in the hell I'm going to know who graduated? I told you he was trolling us.
You know what? I could go and see what I'm saying. When you get questions like that with no criteria, no boundaries. So then what if I go say St. John's High School? What if I go say Kincaid High School? What if I go say Episcopal High School? You wouldn't be thinking about those schools that probably have a higher percentage rate of college graduates because understand their mamas and daddies.
College basketball player graduates. They had to play basketball, Jim. There had to be basketball players that went off to college. Not
but
just
you know why it would be hard. It would be hard to tabulate that because does he mean Division I graduates, Division II graduates, D3s, NAIAs?
I told you he was trolling us.
That's all right. Hey, tell John, just remember that date. Let me give y'all the date again. It's coming up soon. and I'm gonna give you something to troll. As I look in the magazine, lick my thumb, we gotta get ready to land this plane out and get up out of here. Okay. But I'm looking for that date for Beaumont United when they're going to be hosting Crosby.
Man, don't be taking it out on my kid, man.
No, I'm not taking it out on the kid. No, I'm not doing that. That's John, because we want to make sure he knows knows what time to be there, and he want to make sure he gets to the game on time. Sometimes John might miss the game. He might.
Like
he got his
the game I was at,
sons.
he wasn't there. You remember?
Huh?
You remember the game I was at with Richardson? He didn't show up for the Richardson game. He didn't show up for that one. He let. I had to go take that one by myself.
So we're gonna see, and I'm looking at it right now, and I have it pulled up. So John, let me give you this date in case you don't have it in your calendar, right? That's January the 25th. That's next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, Crosby at Beaumont United, Part 2 this year.
Beaumont United.
Yes, that's the date right there. That's the date, Tuesday the 25th. And also, guys, we got some good news for you guys coming on tomorrow on the Chop Shop. So you make sure you stay tuned for that. It's gonna be kind of cool.
More stuff too.
And also, you can get over to the rcssports.com and check out. It's been updated with the top games to see around the Greater Houston area tonight. Also, that college freshman report, Doug Jones has posted it in the VIP news this morning. Remember, it lets you know how the progress of all freshmen from the area who are on Division I rosters and their stats, their key stats this season. That's very resourceful and it's informative so that so many of you guys can know, just know who's doing what and what's going on with these guys. Because many of these guys, if you know, they were good and they were great at their high school teams, and you can see how they're faring right now. Also, speaking of such, we got so much stuff over the weekend. Remember, I told you guys at the beginning of the year, said RCS Sports gonna have big stuff coming for you guys in January and even bigger stuff in February. Well, we are proud to announce we have a partnership with Forever Young Films, and he's joined the RCS Sports family. So now you got Jeffrey Day, who specializes in of course everybody is an evaluator, so to speak, but he specializes in writing articles on the front of the website, as well as he does videos when he goes out to watch the game, and commentates occasionally of selected events. So if you need, and you're having an event coming up and you want Jeffrey Day, you want RCS Sports and Jeffrey Day to get over there to your event and cover it in that capacity, we'll start having the instructions up for you can send us an email. Archie, he videos the games, does a great job, and he has real estate, whereas a lot of our rankings, this is where it goes. If you go to RCS Sports and just click on, let's say the rankings, and all of the rankings have been updated as well over the past 4 days. So the 10th, 11th, and 12th grade rankings have been updated. We will post the 9th grade watch list within 24 hours. But if you click on the class of 2022, Adam, and you will see something that has not been an option in the past. And as a matter of fact, I'm trying to see.
I'm working.
You see it, and you click on, you see Terrence Arsenal.
Hold up. I'm signing in first.
If you shared your screen, and you will see Terrence Arsenal, and you will see most of those other players, and it has a new option for anybody that's watching the rankings now.
So tell me where you want me to go. I'm at the site.
Go to rankings. Go to rankings, and then go to class of 2022.
Okay.
Rankings were updated a couple of days ago.
Okay, class of 2020. Okay. All right.
Yes. And then what do you see?
Got a highlight reel under his name.
You can click on that, and guess what it does? It would take you to Archie's YouTube page. So that means now more parents can get to see and get introduced to what Archie does. This is what I'm talking about when I'm saying an opportunity for everybody to eat under the RCS Sports umbrella. You can talk about it, or you can just do it. Now I'm just letting you guys know what's there now.
So instead of just
So-
the picture being there, you got a
Doesn't the
video
picture just
there
being
of
there,
the kid.
you
What
can
my
click on
video
and watch
PJ
the
Haggerty?
highlight.
Hold up. I need my video of PJ Haggerty.
So guess what? That's my point. If you have a son or a player that you know, the family, and they're listed on those rankings, then I strongly encourage you to reach out to them so that they can go and either get an updated photo we can put on there for them, and or a highlight film for them. Now the thing is about these highlights, if they don't have one made, then we're going to put you in touch with Jeffrey Day or Archie Young so that they can provide a videotape highlight for your kid. You see how this goes now? An opportunity for my youngins to eat. That's what I'm talking about. And that's the thing about it.
So the parents have to pay for this video, right?
Huh?
The parents got to pay for this video.
If they want their own personal video clip of them, yes.
Yeah. Because the reason I said that, Jimmy, I saw a text last night. Man, we can't go too far. Because remind me to talk about this tomorrow. Because we're going to, it's a whole nother subject. I saw a text from a kid talking about, hey man, parents, I got a job now. I'm not going to be able to go to these games unless I have payment before. In other words, these people ain't just showing up to these games just to show up to these games. So parents, if you want a particular video of your son, pay these people. So we're going to talk about, I talked about it the other day. You were not on the show. But these guys are offering a service. Jeffrey Day broke it down so pretty. And Jeffrey Day, I don't know if you missed the show on Monday. I mean, what on Tuesday? Last week. I might have been last week. I broke it down so eloquent because you broke it down so greatly on your Twitter feed that we got to understand. But see, Jimmy, this situation right here, I hope because I know Frank White got videos of his son, and he don't have one on here. Does it have to be a video through that service? If Frank White video people all the time, is it
no. We got with our Jeffrey Day or Archie Young. We're using those videos exclusively for our rankings page.
Okay,
and
I got you.
And if that's the whole thing now. Because that means if a parent don't have one, they will feel compelled to go and get one.
I got you. Say no more.
And that's the thing. So sorry guys, but that's just how this is going. Is working right now.
I understand.
And like I say, that's a way you have to find ways where a guy can eat, where a guy can be able to sustain and can benefit him.
I mean,
you look on the front of RCS Sports, for Forever Young Film has a big logo right below the Chop Shops logo on the right side. You can click there; it'll go directly to his YouTube page. As when Jeffrey Day, a lot of his articles may have videos that go in directly to Jeffrey Day's YouTube page. Now, meanwhile, they are now brothers. But have a common denominator of being affiliated with RCS Sports. So Jeffrey Day now can use Archie's videos in his articles, and that's the concept of it. And Doug Jones as well. So that's one of the things and the beauty of this. As I looked and I visioned this, and I had to think on it for a few months. How can it benefit them? Now, also, once again, rcs@usa.com. is the email address. If you are interested and you're a grassroots director and or grassroots coach, and you're interested in one of these guys from RCS Sports or affiliated with RCS Sports to go and cover your team at a grassroots event, whether it be out of town or in town, send an email and we get it. You'll get to see which one of them is free, and you can book one of them to come. Yes, they are for hire. They are for hire. Now, the difference is I am not for hire. So all of that stuff that I understand. I started this way. I'm gonna finish it this way. Now, understand. Meaning that far higher in the tense of you getting me to come to your game, you paying me to come to your game to specifically highlight your one player or two players. That's what I mean by saying, so that's the tense, the context of what I meant when I'm saying not for hire. Don't get it twisted. If I'm going out of town to an event, as I've been to several events out of town, you're going to provide lodging at the least, room, food and lodging, and sometimes you're going to have to tip the bartender for my time. Yes, but I'm not going to be booked because I'm not going to come and make a highlight film for your babies. But I have the people that is their lane, what they do. So I strongly encourage, guess what? So now RCS Sports is a one-stop shop for everything that you need in getting exposure. Let's get this thing up out of here.
I'm out.
And Yabba Dabba do this thing on this Women Rock Wednesday. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Please do us a favor. Share the show on the way out the door. That's all we ask you to do. Share that show on the way out the door. Hey, man, good to seeing you guys on there on today on the Fiend in the Boom Boom Room. Good to be back. Be right back tomorrow. We got some special stuff to give you guys and announce to you guys and remind you of on tomorrow as well. Might even have old guests stop you. Yeah, who knows what you see or who might stop you on the Chop Shop. See you guys on behalf of Robert Hatter, Jim Hicks. Peace. We up out of here. Chop Shop.
Jim Hicks. Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up. It's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the